Hey Luxers, how often have you heard, make your money work for you? We're sure plenty of times you probably even heard us say it. But what does it even mean, or are they just loosely thrown around words leading nowhere? We can't simply move a comma and add a few zeros. So, what can we legit do that can make our money do a little hard work to benefit ourselves? We're not simply referring to changing that $1,000 into $10,000, but rather focusing on financial strategies that will work both on a micro and a macro scale. Let's throw some ideas around today, and we'd love to hear your input too. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 1. Look at money as a renewable source. Aluxers, changing your view on money is crucial to starting the process of having money work for you. How do people with access to huge resources use them to their advantage? What if you only have a little? Can you still make it happen? The answer is a resounding yes. So, changing your mindset is step 1. Push past the poor mentality. Stop telling yourself you don't have enough time, cash flow, or connections to move up in the world. Begin on a small scale and then work your way up to bigger, grander investments. So, what is a renewable source and how can we relate that to money? The definition of a renewable resource is this. A renewable resource is one that can be used repeatedly and does not run out because it's naturally replaced. And Aluxers, when you have your money working for you, that's exactly what it's doing. It doesn't run out and it's naturally replaced. Number 2. Give your money a job. Now's the time to assign a job to your money. What do you want your money to do for you? You need to provide your money with a job description so it knows its purpose. Let's begin with a simple example. Level 1. You pop your cash into a bank account and earn interest on it. Now your money is sitting there making a small but steady profit for you. It's working, but not that hard. Level 2. You purchase a piece of artwork or a collectible and wait for it to gain value. On a side note, vintage Lego is seeing massive returns, so you can't go wrong splurging there. Level 3. You buy ads for your product, track down the profit from the ads and reinvest the profit for more ads, and keep repeating that cycle. Here, your money is being used to generate a constant flow of income while increasing your interest with each cycle. It's the perfect example of money working as a renewable source. Aluxers, you are the CEO of your money. Now it's time to play the role and get things working like a well-oiled machine. Number 3. Real estate investment trusts or REITs. When you think about investing in real estate, you generally think of purchasing property, fixing it up, and renting it out. And there's nothing wrong with that. As we've just highlighted in point number 2, it's a solid investment. However, it's a long wait before you're able to really benefit from it. If you're not keen on that path, then consider investing in an REIT. This option provides greater diversification and offers better returns, and generally lower risk overall. They're worth looking into as they generate dividend income along with capital appreciation. Who said you can't have your cake and eat it too? Fees are minimal, and you don't have to be actively involved in managing the properties. So it's a pretty hands-off property investment. Number 4. You could play it safe. Aluxers, we're not going to get too much into detail here, but you're bound to know a little about each of these options, and they're great if you're keen to keep a finger on the pulse at all times with your cash flow and how it's working for you. Options include the obvious of paying off your debt. It just makes sense. Like the Yiddish proverb says, interest on debts grow without rain. Another go-to option is taking out a 401k plan, which have funds that range from conservative to aggressive. Bond ladders are a great option for passive income, or you could opt to invest in a high-yield CD. The bonus here is you can choose an online bank, which could offer better rates than your local bank, and as long as it's backed by the FDIC, your money is safe. Investing in your children's college education could also reap rewards, but that's further down the line, and you'd need to start while your children are little to really get the benefit of the saving and interest rate. In some places, you might be eligible for tax rebates if you're making substantial contributions to the fund. Listen to You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. It's worth every minute of your time and will really leave you inspired to try some options on our list and try new ideas by Sincero. It's available to you on audible.com. Number 5. Parking money. Dave Ramsey once said, "Earning a lot of money is not the key to prosperity. How you handle it is." And on your financial journey, there will come a time when you'll decide that it's best to park your money. You will need to be smart about where you park it because financial institutions will be lining up to get your funds. Don't be fooled by the razzle-dazzle. Chat to your advisor before making any decisions. These are the areas you'll need to consider when choosing a short-term savings account. Access. How often are you going to need access to this account? If it's a 30-day call account, your interest will be higher than one you can access anytime. If it's a minimum 12-month fixed deposit, the interest could be even better, but then you don't have the convenience of withdrawing whenever you please. Interest. This is the most obvious point to consider. Shop around and see who provides the best interest rate. Penalties. What if something happens and you need to access your 12-month deposit? What will the penalties be like? And service. Ask around to see who others have had a great experience with. Often the razzle-dazzle salespeople lose their spark, and you're left frustrated, annoyed, and without access to your cash. Number 6. Trade-ups. Hey Luxers, there's an incredible true story called One Red Paperclip, and it tells the remarkable tale of a man who bartered his way from a red paperclip to a house in 14 trades, and only within a year. Kyle McDonald was inspired by a game he played as a kid called Bigger Better. Maybe you don't have $1,000 to spare at the moment, so what do you have? Here's where it gets fun. Perhaps you're starting a health screening business where you're going into corporations and working out individual plans for each staff member to perform at their peak. You have the skills to do the job well, but you don't have the budget to get the incredible website going. So you approach a website design company and exchange your services for a website. It's a win-win situation. You get a great website and they get happy, healthy staff. The possibilities are endless. Number 7. Peer-to-peer lending. Also known as P2P, crowd lending, or social lending, this act is gaining traction as a solid way to grow your capital. Before we explain the concept any further, if you're keen to get a loan but want to avoid going through a bank, you might want to consider this option. So P2P is an individual or a group of people who lend people money. If you're interested in being a lender, you'll need to apply through certain websites, and each site has their own rules and regulations. Since its conception in 2005, P2P lending has grown by 110% yearly. Each lending site differs in their loan rates, eligibility, loan amounts, and clientele. One major advantage of becoming a P2P lender is you can start earning interest from the first month. So you can immediately pump your interest straight back into the lending program. As an investor, you would decide what risk category you're comfortable putting your money in. The riskiest options can pay back as much as 11.74% interest, while the least risky can pay around 5% interest. Number 8. Swimming against the tide. Hey Luxers, we're not going to delve into investing here because at this stage we already know that if done right, you can make a lot of money. But where the real money is where you're going in the opposite direction to what everybody else is. It's all well and good buying stocks because everyone knows those stocks are on the good wicket, but many investors are afraid to invest in a company that's going through a slump. Fickle investors refrain from purchasing shares when the market has taken a knock and prefer to wait it out. However, this is often a perfect buying opportunity. Shares are more affordable, and if you have the time to sit and wait, your money will do the work for you without having to lift a finger. One of the most successful and well-known investors of all time, Peter Lynch, spoke truthfully when he said, "You get recessions, you have the stock market decline. If you don't understand that's going to happen, then you're not ready. You won't do well in the markets." Number 9. Invest in assets that will increase in value. In our video, 15 assets that are making people rich, we speak about the assets that are making people a lot of money. They include real estate, bonds, stocks, mutual and index funds, patents, trademarks, royalties, unique rights and books, songs, digital courses, information or content, and others. The point of this video is to provide you with insight that can help you take your earnings to another level, with several of the streams mentioned providing a passive income. You've done the job once, but you keep getting paid for the content. This is a great reminder of how money is simply a renewable source. If you know how to make money, there will always be money. Sometimes you might have more, sometimes less. But accept the ebbs and flows of the dollar, and with time, you'll have more flow than ebbs with the dollars working hard for you to earn even more dollars. Number 10. Invest in an idea that you believe has potential. Hey Luxers, there's no point in having a huge bank balance and just hoarding it like Ebenezer Scrooge. What joy would that bring you? None. So, here's a way to let your money do some hard work. Think Shark Tank. Like Kevin O'Leary once said, "Here's how I think of my money. As soldiers, I send them out to war every day. I want them to take prisoners and come home, so there's more of them." Keep up to date with what's happening in your community. Put your feelers out there for something that's bound to be amazing. Invest in someone with a great idea, drive, and passion, and let that person do the hard work for you. Give advice, be a mentor, and make money like only a true A-Luxer can. Now it's time to put those feet up and let your money do the work for you. So, what advice can you share with other A-Luxers that will make their money work for them? We always value your input in the comments below. And since you stuck with us until the end, thanks by the way, you're a true A-Luxer. We've got a bonus. Now, we're sure you're feeling a little bit antsy about COVID and what you should and shouldn't be doing with your money at the moment. The experts have spoken and dispensed the following advice. Leave your investments alone. Top up your emergency savings. Offer support to others if and when you can. And above all else, wash your damn hands. Thanks for watching, A-Luxers. Don't forget to like this video, and of course, we have plenty more. Just subscribe to our channel for new content every day.